let's look at the Content Studio. It is a content generator for social posts, blog ideas, and as you can see here, it's going to default to social. So we have your Facebook, Instagram, the top ones that people normally use when it comes to their content and their marketing. And you have your post type, open house, price reduction, for example, personal brand, which this again is going to pull from your agent profile. All these will actually pull from your agent profile. As you'll see here in a minute, it will give you a location with your hashtags because you're marketing to your area. It's a hyperlocal software. And then of course you're also able to do general information as well. And you can toggle off the location feature so that when it does generate a social post, for example, for the best porches for a home or the best type of doors or security systems, for example, it will not be hyperlocal. It will be just to that general audience. Now, I kind of like to keep the local audience on simply for the fact that if you have someone in your area looking for security systems, your name's going to pop up. It's going to be there in a blog article or a post that's out there, and you may be able to garner that within the local farming area that you're doing. So I do recommend that you leave it on. Again, it depends on what scenario or what you're trying to accomplish for that specific day. So let's go in here and take a look at a listing. So I'm going to post one for Facebook, and let's do one for Instagram as well because they always talk to each other and they're owned by the same company. So I already have a specific listing or content details that we're going to take a look at here. Let's look at a 5-bedroom, 3-bath house in this specific example. Choose your tone. I want to do friendly and warm, but you can do whichever one you want. Urgent if you want to sell it right away. Maybe it's a short sale or it's getting ready to go into foreclosure. Hashtags, you can choose as many as you need to, up to 15 here. Understand Instagram defaults normally they only allow 5, so I usually just keep it at 5, and of course you can always do a custom one. So it'll generate for 2 platforms because that's what you checked at the top. Understand in the background, Fair Housing Compliance Checker is being run. We want to make sure that we stay on the right side of the law as we post any type of our marketing or any type of our content. Facebook is big on that, by the way, as you know, if you've ever tried to boost ads or your listings. So the posts were generated, and we go down here, and here's your generated posts. Both are friendly. That's what you chose. You can check the grammar. And we found one issue. What's the error? In this regard, it is going to be a grammatical error. All right. So the suggestion is let's make the whole property feel like a private world. Take that out. And then here's your warnings. Any other suggestions for clarity, for style. And these are all based on copywriting principles. It's built in to this software. If we check the Instagram one, we're going to look at the grammar there, and it's also going to give some recommendations. It's suggested. In this case, we have a score of 92 out of 100. That's great. So just some minor edits if you want to do that. Now, you're probably thinking to yourself, well, how am I going to, edit this for the grammar? Can I do it in here? No, you cannot. So, very simple. Before you begin to post, you're just going to copy. You're already in your Facebook, and you just copied your Facebook post, and you edit it right there before you post it. You're going to make the grammatical changes. You're going to put it in your voice, your personality, however you want to edit that or humanize it for yourself. If you like the post just like it is, you're more than welcome to leave it just like it is. There's no reason that you need to change anything. And as you can see here down at the bottom, this is hyper local to me. It shows my regional area, and it shows the hashtag of what it was. It was a Lakeview property. So it's going to put hashtag Lakeview living because people are going to be looking for that specific feature when it comes to the type of home that they're trying to buy and the one that you're trying to sell. It'll also have a regional hashtag sometimes. Regional being, I'm in Florida, so it's going to have Northeast Florida, or it has Central Florida. Maybe it'll have Southside Chicago if you're in the Chicago area, as an example. So it's going to hashtag based on your local market because that's what it's going after. If you're not happy with that, you don't like these posts, very simple. Clear it out. Do it again. So again, any post type that you want is exactly right here. You get a market update, maybe your MLS produced some information for the month of May, for example, then you can take that market update information, put the content details in there, how many houses, average hold, what is the days on the market, that type of information, and then it will generate a post and you can put that out there for what you need to be. Blog post. I'm going to spend just a few minutes on this because it's very important that you understand it, especially when you're looking at SEO keywords, search engine optimization. Now we do have AEO, AI engine optimization. So let's choose a topic. I want to go for first-time home buyers. We're going to do a keyword strategy, but I want to use AI suggestion. Now, if you have your own keywords that you already know, you've already done your research, you're more than welcome to do that. I like the AI suggestion because it researches it for me. I'm going to generate those AI keywords, and it's going to come up with several different types. It's going to come up based on keyword difficulty. So you're going to have your hard keywords, you're going to have your medium keywords, and you're going to have your easy keywords. Easy is your low-hanging fruit. The low-hanging fruit are those that are not being searched very often in Google. However, let's say that someone's searching for a low-hanging fruit keyword, an easy one, what to look for when buying your first home. Someone types that in, maybe 500 times a month. You're going to get some of that traffic because it's low-hanging fruit for your general area. How much money do I need to buy a house? Easy, okay? And it gives you your keyword difficulty ranking guide is right up here. Great for new sites, established sites, high authority is needed. So really for the high authority, these are for your competitors, all right? You're competing against other individuals that have a lot of volume on their website already. I mean, it could be commercial sites. It could be Realtors.com, for example, is a great site that has a lot of information on it. And those are very hard to compete. So that's why the hard category is here. I like to have one or two in there just so I know that I'm going to compete against them. Yes, but for a hyper-local market and for the area that I'm farming, I still may be able to garner some of that traffic and get it to my site and maybe get a customer or two based on what they are looking for and trying to do. I want to do a checklist. Very good. I have an established site. Okay. So we have the checklist. I also want to do some steps and grants. That's some great information to get out there to individuals, especially first-time home buyers. As you are aware as a realtor, you know that. So I have 7 keywords here. My audience, I'm looking for first-time home buyers. And I want it to be not just a how-to guide, but I'm going to do it as tips and advice. So that's what I choose. So then you're going to click your Power Blog post. And while that's generating, if you don't like any of this, you can always clear it out, okay? Once it generates, you can clear it out. I don't really like the way that post is. It doesn't sound really like me. Again, understand that when you do go to copy your post, you can edit it for yourself on how you want it to be in your brand, how you want it to be in your voice. Again, the agent profile is being read for your post. So you can already have some of your brand information in there, but if you have a specific personality that you want to come across, again, so you want to be funny, so you want to be humorous, then you can do those types of editing on the back end. But this does the bulk of the work for you so that you have the ability to just have something basically copy and paste and ready to go. All you have to do is add some images. You can get free images out there. You can have even Manus, who another AI machine that does great with pictures and infographics. You can have that. So our post was generated, and then it gives you the little dashboard up here. All right, here's your keyword density. It used power words based on copywriting principles. It has a readability of 85, which is great, and it has an SEO score of 85. So let's say, well, I want to get this to a 90 or above. Again, you can clear it out, and you can go up here and choose additional keywords and salt and pepper that article with what you need. Here's your keyword density. It's at 89%. That's a good range to be at. It does go higher. I recommend trying to get above 1 or more. That's just my recommendation. But this is a first-time home buyer article, and most individuals, when they are looking to buy a house for the first time, they are looking for the keywords we already have in there. And again, understand this is hyper-local market farming. So you're going to capture those individuals looking within your area. So we have two different copy formats here. We have HTML and then we have Mark. If you don't understand Markdown, I recommend that you just stay in HTML. I happen to love that because it's easy. It's cut and paste. I can put it right into my WordPress blog. I don't have to touch anything. I just have to add media to it, edit it as I want to edit it according to how I want to be, serious, funny, professional. Everything is right there. And you'll see it has your meta description that's in here. Very important because Google and the search engines are going to read what that article is about. It's scraping your site, it's crawling it, and it ranks you partly on that meta description as a variable for what you're trying to do. So I'm going to go ahead and copy. So whatever you choose is what you're going to copy. I'm going to copy. Okay, copied it. All my HTML is ready. All right, now my blog is up. I'm in WordPress. You have visual and you have code, just so you see how easy this is. Now I copied it as HTML. So here we have code. I'm going to paste it as code. It's already there for you. Click over to visual and you're good to go. Now you can edit this however you want to edit this. Very simple, very easy. Two things to note that you want to take out. First time homebuyer tips, your local guide. This is a SEO title description that you would put down here. You can see I have already done it. Change it just a little bit. These here, if you want to leave it alone, you can. It will automatically pull from your title. Depends on how your blog is set up. Depends on how your internet is designed with regard to rather your WordPress, I should say. And that way you have the ability to just pull it. So as you can see here, it's going to go ahead and pull this based on these symbols, my name, and then my meta description. So it automatically pulls it for you when you do that. If you have an error or something showing that needs to be done, then go ahead, by all means, use those that we just took out. There's my title here, but I'm going to use this one. Cut that out, raise that up. There's my title. Okay, need to know before you're hunting. Easy. Add whatever media you want to add. Okay, if you generate one with AI, maybe you have a picture or two in the past that you want to use of a property or something that you own, have ownership, you can do that. And you just do whatever you want, get your categories, and then you know what? You just hit publish. If you're going to do multiple blog posts, save as a draft. 2 or 3 blogs within 15 or 20 minutes, easy to do. Save as a draft each one of those. Go on in each morning that you want to, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, for example, post that blog. You want to have 2 or 3 blogs a week, depending on how much you want to get out there concerning your brand, how much interaction you want to have with individuals, how quickly you want to grow. So very important. I would recommend updating any of this social stuff here up to your image, whatever feature image you're going to use. And again, if you're not familiar with any of this, I will have a tutorial on it much later. That is something that if you're interested in, send me an email within the website, and I'll be happy to have a tutorial on how to go ahead and do blogging for WordPress as it pertains to whatever type of theme and appearance that you have. Again, that's more of a technical thing, but I would be happy to show that to you. That is your blog. And then of course you have your Pinterest. Works just like the social side. Add what you're going to put in here, agent name, your where you're located, and then it'll generate what you need for your SEO article input, and then your output will be over here, and you copy and paste that. Play around with it, have fun. It's a valuable tool for you to get content that out there quickly, easily, and will allow you to grow exponentially with regard to, especially if you're a new agent, grow exponentially with regard to your content marketing. So this is probably the tool that you'll use the most as your daily driver, especially when it comes to tips, home buyers, home sellers. We are next going to jump into the listing marketing suite.